No, I say this a lot, man. Like the Democrats ain't into diversity. Yeah. I'm gonna give you an example, bro.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Beret Chronicles. All right, today we have Jake, and today we're going to discuss diversity and special operation, right? So I did a video, I want to say it's about a year ago, where I spoke about the diversity issue, right? And I chopped it up to just fucking sports and just exposure, right? Because growing up, I got a shit ton of NBA, rappers, NFL. So that's what I was exposed to. That's what I saw. Naturally, I'm going to want to gravitate towards that, right? And I feel like within the African-American community, it's the same thing. Like, we see success as NBA players, NFL players, music stars, like so on and so forth.
Yep.
What's your take, having been in the community on the Navy side, as far as why there's a lack of diversity within SOF?
So here's what I'm going to say. I think you're 100% right, Jay. Yeah. Right? It's exposure. I'm going to tell a quick story because this story is powerful, and it was early on in my development. Kind of helped me understand the power that I was wielding as a black Navy SEAL officer from the Naval Academy with a Michigan MBA, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not swinging the same sword everybody else swinging. My sword is a fucking lightsaber, right? So we were at the Naval Academy, and so I tried to... Back in the day, 2000s, early 2010s, I tried to go back to the Naval Academy and just allow myself to be available to the minorities, really everybody that wanted to go SEALs, right? And so normally I would get 2 or 3 ringleaders, and we would get a group, we go swim, okay? So I was in the pool, and there was a dude that actually went SEALs who was trash, and he quit. And I told him, you're a loser. Like, tell them you don't want to go, you're not going to make it, okay? But in that group were 2 other dudes. And the one dude wanted to go SEALs, he didn't get a billet. And there was a dude that was going Marine Corps. And I said, hey, man, why are you going Marine Corps? He said, man, I don't know. I said, fuck that, go SEALs. So you good enough to be a Navy SEAL. You swim well enough, you tough enough. I want you to think about it. So he didn't get a SEAL billet out of Naval Academy. He went and drove shifts much like I did. But then come back around, he went to Buzz, graduate, whatever. So I talked to him, and he said, man, he's like, when we were in that locker room at the Naval Academy, and you looked at me and said, why the fuck ain't you going SEALs? He said, I had to look at myself and say, damn, that's a Navy SEAL telling me I should be a SEAL. Then I got to look at it. And I think, like you said, it's exposure, right? Like, why have I been able to do what I'm doing? Because now I'm multiplying myself on social media, YouTube, and I'm exposing YouTube to what success looks like. Mm-hmm. And it's not me, it's the guys that I'm helping, right? Like the Dat Trans of the world. You know, first generation Vietnamese genius making $200,000 a year working for Microsoft, but he wants to go fly in the military. He ain't got a clue how to do it. I say to him, hey man, Dat Tran, we need this, we need that. We need you to start flying. And this is what I talk about capable. 6 weeks later, he calls me. He got 20 hours in the airplane. 6 weeks later. He had like 45 hours right now, soloed. He's almost done with his private pilot's license. All we got to do is show him the how. I call it the how. Diversity is a how problem. They don't know how to do what they need to do to get to where they want to go. And it ain't no different than aviation, special operations, corporate America. It's all a how question. They have the capability, but they don't know the how, so they can't bridge that gap to get to where they want to go. Special operations is kind of a little bit different because you put in that massive physical quotient. But once again, like I tell everybody, man, if they wanted me to fix the problem, I'll fix the problem in a year. Right? Like a year. I'll fix the problem in a year. And I've told them a couple of times, I'll fix any problem you want.
They just don't want to listen.
No, I say this a lot, man. Like the Democrats ain't into diversity.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an example, bro. So they made a diversity office in the Air Force. And they put 3 awesome dudes in charge of it. You know what their budget was?
Probably around $1 million. Zero.
Oh,
okay.
For 18 months during COVID, these dudes kept getting told to go down there and talk to them about the budget. Go over there and talk to them about the budget. 18 months, they got $0 because the Democrats don't want no diversity, right? I don't even really think it's just, I don't really call it diversity. I just call it, man, let me all fight on a level playing field.
Yeah.
Because I hear on my channel, right, a lot of dudes coming in, there's not enough qualified minorities to do it. And then I fire back. Really, I got a 3.9 mechanical engineer that got denied flight. How you going to relate? Well, they weren't qualified. Oh, okay. How come my 3.3 kid is crushing flight school right now, but he's white? Yeah. Right? Or the officer deal. I can't go officer in the Army because I only got a 3.9 GPA. I mean, a 2.9 GPA. I only got a 2.9 GPA. They won't let me go officer. I said, listen, man, the requirement says college degree.
Yeah.
I've had kids get picked up officer community with a 2.2. Right? But, like, they don't know the how. They don't know how to fight through that barrier. I tell a lot of people, okay, you take successful parents, they make successful kids. Mm-hmm. If you take a successful kid and he's got terrible parents, you rolling dice about whether he's going to be successful or not. Okay? But if you can bridge that how gap, then you can take a capable kid from a bad situation and he can be successful.
I agree.
And so my thing is about that bridge, the how. Mm-hmm. So, like, the problem isn't necessarily a diversity problem. It's an access problem to the how.
Yeah.
And see, I know that's a different take, but
no, it makes sense because since I've been on here, I've gotten a lot of feedback as to, hey, just seeing you on here has motivated me to go. Now it's okay. Well, awesome. This is how you need to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I completely understand, and I think you're onto something with the, hey, this is how it needs to be done. Because before, like when I came in, there was nobody showing me how to do it. I had to discover it by accident.
How about this? I showed up a SEAL training. I didn't know there was 3 phases. I didn't know nothing, bro. I literally just knew it was the hardest military training in the world. I didn't know there was 3 phases. I knew Hell Week existed, but I didn't know anything, man. Yeah. And now I don't necessarily think there's a huge advantage to understanding, but there is a huge advantage to being prepared. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give you a prime example. One of the biggest things that we've done to mitigate problems in the SEAL pipeline is I make all of my guys go get scuba certified before they go. Okay? Because you can't be successful in pool comp if you only got 5 days breathing on a rig. But if you got 5 hours breathing on a rig, 10 hours breathing on a rig, when you get there, breathing underwater on the apparatus isn't the problem. And so that small change of preparation has made we haven't had a single person fail pool comp in 10 years.
That's amazing. And
we used to have it was 50%. 50% my dudes were going to get recycled. And that's when after the second kid got recycled, I was like, oh, no, we're going to fix this. Yeah. But like that's just a simple tweak, man. Right? See, if they go in the buzz, we're going to go get scuba quads. And now all of a sudden it quadrupled my success rate. Right? The success rate that we were having in the pipeline, that's just a small how. Right? Just a little tiny how, man. Like, hey, nothing hard. Ain't nothing hard about going to get your scuba certification.
No. I mean, you're about to live that life. Might as well start now.
Yeah. But that was something I did by accident because I had to sit there and reflect. What's different about me that's different about these 2 dudes that both went to SEAL training, both of them got recycled for pool comp. Mm-hmm. What's different? Sophomore year at the academy, I said, I'm going to be a Navy SEAL. I'm going to go take this scuba class. I spent the next 6 weeks in this scuba class at the Naval Academy on Saturday mornings, learning how to scuba dive. I had been breathing on the rig for about 5-6 hours at that time. Mm-hmm. Right? Maybe more than that because we're in the pool. Let's say 10 hours. They don't have that. Okay, boom, boom. $500. All right, put that in. Right? Early on, it was more of a mentorship game. Now it's more of a recipe game. Right? Gotcha. Like now, we don't have no questions. There ain't no questions about what you need to be ready for. And I'm not getting you ready for the test. I'm preparing you to be able to do well on the test for mitigating all of the factors that you can't control.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. But All right, folks. Again, we just spoke about diversity in the military. If you have any questions or if you want to give us any feedback, just put it in the comment section below, guys.